Hey guys, welcome back to Feeling is Healing. Today I'm talking about Zoloft's long-term side effects and 5 things to look out for. Number 1 is weight gain. You often see people talk about having put on a few pounds since starting to take Zoloft. There are a few different theories as to why this might be. One of the theories is that the SSRI may affect your metabolism, slowing it down. And others say, and this is something which I believe has been potentially true in my case, that prior to taking Zoloft, you may have either had anxiety or depression, and that was suppressing your hunger. In my case, anxiety, you're in the fight or flight response, so your body is not prioritizing your hunger. It's not prioritizing eating in that moment because it's so alert in fight or flight, looking out for the threats, looking out for the tigers, the lions. After taking Zoloft, I was less anxious and therefore my appetite increased. After taking Zoloft, I was less anxious and subsequently my appetite returned. The second long-term side effect to watch out for is your sex drive. My libido has definitely been affected. In my case, I still have a sex drive, but now it's like it's behind a door. I have to consciously go up to the door and open it, and there it is. Whereas in the past, prior to taking Zoloft, the door was already open. It's like it was open there, just like calling out the temptation, always there, in the side of your mind. Whereas now it's much more out of sight, out of mind. On top of that, it also takes me longer to reach climax. This can be annoying or a bonus, depending on the circumstance. Number 3 is that you may become more apathetic. And this is something that happened to me, especially the first time round of taking Zoloft, where due to the fact that SSRI can help turn down the intensity dial, or the chatter in your mind, turns it down, it can actually have the same effects on sort of enthusiasm, and it can just make you feel a bit like, it can just make you that slight bit less interested in life, just a bit more disinterested. You may have slightly less motivation to be productive than you had in the past. This really varies from person to person, but it is something that affected me. Number 4. Now this one is something that there isn't many studies on to support, so take it with a grain of salt. However, it is something that I do believe has affected me. That is that your tolerance to Zoloft may well increase. You may end up needing to take more for it to have the same effect that it had on you previously. When I first started on Zoloft, I began on 25 milligrams a day, and it did help me. It really did. However, after the first few months, I began to feel the benefits lessening, and I upped the dose again to see if that would help. And actually, in my case, it didn't. It didn't especially help me. But I have seen others talk of a similar situation where they've had to continue upping their dose to get the same effect. Of course, on the other side of the argument, a doctor might say, well, this is not due to the medication. This is due to life circumstances. It could just be that their life circumstances have changed, which are more challenging for them. So it's something that's very hard to measure. We may have come across some kind of adversity that triggered more stress within us, causing symptoms of anxiety or depression to increase. That is a possibility. Number 5 is less empathy. Now, me personally, I am an empathetic person. I do have a keen sense of how other people are feeling. However, around the time I started taking Zoloft, I began noticing I just didn't care as much. It's not that I was a complete uncaring, selfish being. I wasn't, and I'm not. I just didn't have as much empathy. However, now I don't notice this so much. I don't know whether that's because I felt that Zoloft's effects are lessening on me, both the good and the bad, or it could just be that it's become normalized, so that is more my reality now. However, I would say I don't notice it as much, and that I still have a good deal of empathy. It's that I was slightly less empathetic towards things which in the past would have evoked more emotion within me. And that is where I will leave it for today, guys. Do let me know down in the comments how you guys are doing on your journey with antidepressants, any side effects that I've not mentioned that are affecting you. If you think I've missed some, let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you are new. Also, just to add, I now have an Instagram account, so I will leave the link down in the description. Do follow me there if you want more regular updates as to how I'm doing, and I'll be just posting more regularly on there. So yeah, give that a follow if you feel called to. Okay, thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care.